Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today we have some special guests with me. Loyal subscribers might recognize these two. So do you guys want to introduce yourselves, tell the people what's going on?
Go Racheal. That's my name.
Okay, this is Racheal.
I'm Tamera.
And this is Tamera. And today, guys, we are going to be doing a video about season 3 of Bridgerton, just all of our thoughts. We have a lot of thoughts, so we're going to get into the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all of the good stuff, and let's just get into it. So first off, we're going to start by just giving our general thoughts on what we thought of the season, whether we liked it or not, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty of what it is we liked or what we didn't like. So Racheal, do you want to start off first? Did you like the season? Did you not like it?
I judged it. You know what? If anyone sees any of my comments or heard anything I said the first half of the season, I take it back. I flew to conclusion, I would say. But it was good. Was it better than what I know, aka Company? No. But I can respect it.
Okay. My thing is, like, I feel like part 1 was a bit but part 2, they delivered what they needed to deliver, but they could have done better within Pauline's story, because if you think about it, like, yeah, there's so many plots in the season, but Pauline was barely there for the
Wait,
second
just
part.
call them Pauline.
But it is Pauline.
Penelope and Colin.
No, that's how you know it's bad for my health. I'm allergic to pollen, bro.
Because, like, yeah, Colin was mad at her for a prolonged amount of time, but I feel like he should have been mad at her for longer. I can't even lie. Because if you're finding out that this girl has, like, bashed your family, and it says, like, bashed him, his family, like, I wouldn't be too happy. So it was just,
someone even said that on Twitter as well. I'll put in like the screenshot, but it was literally like basically just the person was talking about the different people, family, like the Bridgerton family, how they reacted to finding out that Penelope was Lady Whistledown, and everyone was angry. Like Eloise was angry, Colin was angry, and then Violet, she wasn't even upset. Like, she was just like, oh yeah, like, go girl, like, period. Like, it's just like, that's not really realistic in my opinion. I didn't feel like Violet realistically would have just been like, oh, okay, that's fine, Colin told me, so it's not that deep. I just felt like it felt a little bit out of character. You just get into that whole thing of how they handled revealing Penelope's identity. I'm gonna be honest, me personally, I didn't really feel like it made much sense. I didn't hate the way that they did it. Like, good for Penelope, she's not, getting any lashings for it anymore. But I just felt like, personally, the fact that the Queen kind of just let it go that easily because Lady Danbury had a conversation with her, I just felt like, slightly out of character, I don't know, because me personally, I really got the impression that the Queen was hella angry with Lady Whistledown. Like, she wanted her neck. Like, she was not letting that foot off her neck, bro. And then it's like, now you find out who she is, and all of a sudden, you don't want to, like, punish her at all, nothing, and you're going to continue to let her write. And also, that's another thing as well that I don't like, is the fact that it was hella unrealistic. Like, after the fact that, Penelope faced no consequences, then it's just like, oh, now all of a sudden everyone loves her, she's their favourite author. And it's like, the whole point of Lady Whistledown and why it was popular is because of the mess. No one was reading it because of her clever alliteration or whatever people want to say. Because I'm not saying that, she wasn't good with the literary devices and all that. But it's just like, let's be real, the people in the ton was reading it because they're messy. They like to hear about the mess. So it's like, now that she's not really writing about that anymore, because she said herself she's going to change how she writes. She doesn't want to be messy anymore. It's like, realistically, no one's going to read it anymore. Like, no one wants to hear about, oh, your motherhood or whatever. Like, bro, everyone else in the ton is already mothers, bro. Like, there's nothing.
At 16?
There's nothing. There's nothing special about your experience. So it's just like, for me personally, I can't find it believable that all of a sudden the Ton would want to read basically a 1800s version of a mummy blog.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I just don't get it, but yeah.
I don't get why Lady Whistledown was such a like I get like they love the gossip in that era, but surely it wouldn't be like gossip that was fully written out, because realistically half the people couldn't even read back in them times.
That's
so
so
it
true.
did not make sense that every single woman, like, no offense, I love women, yeah, but in that era back then, they could not read.
That's
they
so
were not
true.
taught to
Even
read.
when they asked the servants to read it, how the flip did they read it?
So yeah, how
How
do you know? Like,
Exactly,
how do you know?
We're even going back to like the point. I feel like it's techie because this is one thing why I really like this season, because they promoted like women, like women's rights.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was like, obviously Queen Charlotte had the right to be angry, but then at the same time, it would be weird of Queen Charlotte not to support Penelope because she's so heavy into stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of women being their own. And look how much aggro she got for even being black. She's not even black, she's mixed.
Yeah,
Even on the
true.
lighter side,
Yeah.
mixed and a woman in power, because
Yeah.
obviously King George can't do it.
Yeah.
So that's, and obviously everyone is going to follow what Queen Charlotte thinks anyway because they're so scared of her. So you can't necessarily have an opinion anyway. But that's why I felt like it was confusing, but I get why it was confusing because everyone's confused. No one's their own person.
Yeah.
So we're all confused together.
Fair enough.
let's keep it like that.
So the first point that I want to bring up, which was something that I didn't like about the season. Okay, just want to give a disclaimer, guys, that I didn't hate the season. I'm not like a Colin hater. Okay.
We love Colin. We all love Colin. Don't come for us on
Don't-
Twitter.
I don't say I love Pauline. I can tolerate them.
Hey,
If
Racheal.
it comes to the family reunion, I'm airing them.
They're not my favourite couple, but I don't mind them. I don't mind watching them.
Like, they're no Cantony, but Twitter warriors do not come for us, please.
Even so, people on Twitter, I'm sorry, we've been doing this for what season is this? Season 3?
Yeah.
Or 3 seasons. We've seen them
Including
anyway.
Queen Charlotte, including Queen
Including
Charlotte,
we've
so
basically seen them. They're literally, even if they're not the main flipping couple, you will still see something about you. I'm tired.
Yeah. So my first thing that I want to say that I really didn't like about the season was the whole thing with Colin's identity crisis. Now I've seen
Why are you laughing?
I've seen like two sides of the coin with this conversation. There's the people who are like, oh, you know, Colin keeps doing, he keeps mewing and he keeps like smouldering and he's like moving like an ashawo and all this stuff. Like, oh, why is he a hoe now?
Remember that scene of him in the bed?
Okay, fair enough. And then there's people on the other side who will be like, oh, well, that's the point. You know, he went to travel and he came back a different person because he's trying to, you know, find himself or whatever, or like that's the point. That he doesn't really know who he is, which is why he's trying to be something that he's not. Which, I mean, I get it, but that doesn't change the fact that watching it was very unpleasant, if that's the word that I can use. Honestly, every time that Colin would like try and flirt with like the ladies in the tunnel, the ones who wanted to like romance him or whatever, it cringed me out. Like, it really cringed me out.
Yeah.
He was constantly like smouldering as well. I really didn't like it. It was just like, why? And it's like, from the prior seasons before, the thing that I actually liked about Colin was the fact that he wasn't like his brothers. Like, before, you know, Anthony met Kate, he wasn't the best person. And even Benedict as well. Benedict is kind of like the same. Not that I hate Benedict, I love Benedict, but like
Racheal doesn't.
he was still, you know, he was on that rake thing, do you know what I mean? So it's like, they were both the same, but it's like Colin was different. Like, he didn't care about that type of stuff, you know. He was very strong in the fact that he wanted to go on his travels, you know, he was friends with Penelope and he was close with Eloise. So I was like, okay, he's actually, you know, something different, and that's why I liked him. And it's like, now this season, bro, he's completely transformed into another person, and it's like, I get it, it's supposed to be this identity crisis thing, but I just didn't like it. It's like, why? Like, I just don't get the point of it. And then it's like, Lady Whistledown is in her column literally talking about, oh, this guy doesn't know who he is, and then that's the same man that you're marrying later. It's just like, ugh.
But at the same time, he was giving her aggro for not knowing for being a different person, but that's always who she's been.
Yeah.
So who Colin is basically always what he's always been. Did you not hear towards the end? He was basically saying, I went to France to wherever to find myself and I saw pretty French women.
Yeah, literally.
What
He was just being a hoe. Like, literally just doing what
apparently that's
well for a vagina, like.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Okay. Literally, because let's be real, when Penelope read through his his journal or whatever,
yeah, that was smart.
She's smart.
He was just writing about Tintin, man.
In those moments alone, as my fingers trace freckles from cheek to collarbone, or as I watch the way starlight dances across skin, I marvel at how one can feel such intimacy.
Like,
you stop up at the light.
like, because people always say...
If you're in a car with your missus riding shotgun and she's driving, and then she gets to a red light, out of nowhere, fam, just start rubbing her tuntun at the light, cause if your missus is at the lights and the light's gone red, fam, just start playing with her tuntun at the lights. Next thing you know, she's all like that, and then she can't even drive too tough, cause she might even crash the car, cause she might do something mad. Yeah, fam. If your missus is in a rental or her own car, and she pulls up to a red light, start rubbing the tuntun at her.
Like, people always say, oh, if you're annoyed at the fact that Colin is acting cringy, then you have no media literacy. Nah, babe, my media literacy is perfectly intact. I just still don't like it.
You know what I didn't like also? Is those, again, Twitter, don't come for me, you all have your opinions, but everyone that was bashing the show because what's her name, Francesca's love interest for her season is a woman.
Yeah.
Like, they were all like, oh, it's according to the books. You did not care about the books.
That's
when it came to Eloise's man. You did not care.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock
it. Because another thing as well that I hate with book purists, you man are so like obsessed with certain parts of the story have to be extremely like accurate to the story, to the books. Yeah. But it's like, you do realise that majority of these male love interests that you man love so much, in the books, they were trash. Yeah. Like, they were literally terrible people. Like, you man are talking about, Michael, oh my gosh, R.I.P. Michael. Michael was not a good person in the books. I think, you know,
R.I.P. who?
Like, you know...
Shut up, don't.
No, it's not like that. It's like to say, because we didn't get him in the show, so like, it's like mourning something.
Oh, yeah, I was like, to say, like, my Francesca can't handle that, bro. You can't do that.
But, yeah, it's like, you guys are doing all of that, but it's like, Michael wasn't even that nice in the books. Like, he was not a nice person. It's like, so many parts of the show already, they've changed so that the love story and also the characters are better people. Like, even in the book as well, because I saw people talking about it, that scene where Daphne SA'd Simon in the book is much worse than how they portrayed it in the show. So it's like, even in the show already, they are changing things to to cater to the audience or to make it more digestible for people. So it's like, please, you are either fully in with it should be completely accurate to the book, or you don't care. Like, I don't get it, because some people, you just like to pick and choose which parts of the book you want in it and what parts you don't want in it. So it's like, we either need to pick. We're fine with it not being like the books, because I really don't care either. This is another thing, I made a TikTok about this, but the people who are book readers, you man ruin the viewing experience for other people. Not only do you spoil things that happen in the book, like later on anyway, before the season has come out, but also just in the fact that you guys complain that, this is not like the book, this is not like the book. They are two separate entities. They don't need to be the same. That's the point. It's an adaptation, not a live action, version of the book. Like, it's an adaptation. They can be however creative they want to be with it. Like, that's literally the whole point.
Literally, the keyword is based on
it's based on the books. Goodness. So it's just like, I really hate how people are like trying to impose how they personally feel onto everyone else. Let me enjoy the show, bro. I don't read the books. I tried to read Benedict's book. I checked out real quick. Okay, so it's like, bro, I'm watching the show purely to just enjoy and watch the show. I just want to be entertained. I don't care about riveting stories or whatever that's in the book or this delicate detail. I don't care. As long as I enjoy the show, I'm entertained.
Literally.
I really don't care. The actors' chemistry is needed, entertaining scenes, that's it. That's all I need, because this is what it should be. It's a TV show at the end of the day, and you man do way too much. It's never that serious. Like, we're here to enjoy the media. That's literally it.
Because it was even trending on Twitter. How is it Bridgerton is over, Rip Michael Sterling, Bridgerton type gay, all of this, all that. Like, it's okay, Bryce, does it impact your life anyway, any shape, anyhow?
It's the same show. If they told you they're swapping Millie Bobby Brown for, I don't know, China McClain, like, you're gonna cry.
Literally, it's just like, bro, if it bothers you that much that they're not following the book, just stop watching the show.
Yeah, literally.
Stop making it everybody else's problem. We don't care. Like, we actually don't care. I'm so sorry. I don't care that they changed the gender of Michael to Michaela.
No one cares.
Continue with the story.
No, it didn't change anything.
Like, literally, it changed nothing.
Even in the next season when I see
Michael's probably still gonna have Michaela's probably still gonna have some of Michael's qualities anyway. So why is it even that deep? I don't understand.
Literally.
It doesn't impact you anyway, any shape, anyhow.
Why are we even so focused on that? My main issue was Benedict, bro.
Why?
No, because
why did they make him a hood this season again?
that's what I'm seeing.
Why?
Oh my god! Like the thing, I don't have a problem with him having to explore. Fine. But it's the way he went about it. My girl turned back to him saying, I want us to be serious. She'd be like,
no thank you.
No.
No, but the thing is, he was in a very serious relationship with this girl, and you could tell that he liked her so much.
Yeah, it's just like now that you're exploring,
then,
you're not like, oh, I don't.
And then after they brought the guy into this thing, and even she was weirded out by it because she liked him. She now tells him, oh yes, I like you, I want you to be my boyfriend. She's literally telling him. She's like, no. Turns around and says no after you're like, I'm ready to make this serious in the start of the relationship.
What makes it worse is the fact that, like I said before, I was like, because I know when season 4 comes out, it's gonna be about Benedict. So now I want to know what that dynamic is gonna be. Is it gonna be how she's gonna turn him from being a ladies' man or everybody's man to now being solely for one person? Because I don't want that storyline for her. That would really upset me.
Apparently in the book, her experience is a bit treacherous in the beginning.
Really? Damn.
Why are we fighting tooth and nail? Did you not see if
if they end up casting a dark skin woman Shonda, you know what to do. Change that story.
He better be groveling for her, bro.
Now, my next point. This is really just a critique about the main couple for this season. Now, again, I already said I don't hate Colin. I don't have nothing against them. They're just not. They're just not my cup of tea. But I love Nicola, and you know they did their thing.
I have
Anyways,
bro.
Racheal. Personally, I think for me, why Pauline's relationship didn't hit as hard for me as the other two couples and, you know, Charlotte and George, is because personally I don't think the foundation for Penelope and Colin's friendship is that strong. I feel like throughout the show you hear people talking about how close they are and how they've been friends all their life, but it's just like rarely in the show do you ever see this friendship that they speak of. It's like at this point the friendship feels as real as the Kanekalon in my braids. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, bro, I really don't understand. Like, they could have really set up much better, because like it's a friends to lovers story as well. Like, we should be so excited that they're finally getting together, but it's just like it's not hitting for me, because I'm like, where is this friendship that they speak of? Like, is the friendship in the room with us? It's like we've seen how close Penelope and Eloise are, but where's
I didn't go to that, because when Colin said that, like, Penelope met Colin first and then she met Eloise through Colin. You're like, huh? You're like, what do you mean? Like, I would have thought she met Eloise first and then Eloise introduced Colin to Penelope. So the fact that we didn't even know that, we didn't even clock that, they should have just like gave us little bits of like Colin from season 1, increased it in season 2 to prepare us for their season in season 3.
Do you feel like Shonda should have just made it like my best friend's brother?
Yeah, even that would have been fine. That would have been fine.
The whole thing, because it's like, when I think of a friends to lovers type story, I'm thinking of like thinking of something where like this person, you've grown up with them, you've known them for time, but it's just like you never saw them in a romantic way until now. But it's like when they finally get together, it's like so exciting. Do you know what I mean? Like when you watch a K-drama and it's like two people who have been friends for years and it's like they finally get together, it's like you're so happy for them. But it's like Colin, I was just like, okay, well, you know, Penelope is happy, so sure. But it's just like, I wasn't like super excited when I think of when, you know, Daphne and Simon got together, when Kate and Anthony got together, even when Charlotte and George got together. I was like, ooh, okay, like it's hitting. But it's like Penelope and Colin, I was just like, okay, like I don't know. It's like I hate the fact that I was more invested in what was going on with Francesca than what was happening with Penelope and Colin, because it's just like outside of the whole Lady Whistledown thing, I don't think Penelope and Colin's storyline was that interesting.
Yeah, even
that
Kate
might be a controversial opinion, but
no, literally, even Kate and Anthony, like I could find myself getting giddy in that moment, still like
every time
kicking my feet.
I was so excited,
but
like,
Colin, I was just like, okay, like it wasn't really giving. And again, Colin community, we are sorry if we don't agree with your views.
And this is the thing that upsets me as well. It's like,
Racheal, are you trying to get this girl cancelled?
No, because at the end of the day, it's just like I've seen better friends to lovers, bro.
Yeah, I have. And the thing is, as well, it upsets me because it's like Penelope is the only plus size woman in this show. It's like I want to root for her so bad, and it's like even this season I was starting to, you know, be like behind her again. But it's like this romance like didn't make me like. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I feel like Penelope deserves such a more interesting love story than this. Personally, I feel like the other seasons, all the other women, you guys got like really nice, like interesting love stories. Penelope was like in the trenches for like what, 2 seasons? No,
Eloise was there longer, bro.
I knew it was coming. The way she was side-eyeing you just now.
Including what's it, Queen Charlotte as well, bro. They've been in the trenches
That's
for how long?
tough. Bro, that's so tough.
And it's like now you're gonna give her this. It just feels like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a here, take it.
No, that's literally what it feels. I feel like everything. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I feel like I'm so anti Penelope because everything she wants is, even though it's making it seem like she had to work for it, which she did, because she is like a wallflower. Even though they mentioned it multiple times, everything she wanted was basically like put on her lap. To an extent, it was put on her lap. Colin was put on her lap. She didn't work for that.
To be fair, no, I hear it.
You
but at the same time,
even
but
like,
she was
at the
behind
same
him for years.
At the
she was into him for years. But the real reason why he likes her isn't for what she's done.
Yeah, but
it's for saying I've seen you in a different light. You helped me when I cut myself.
Do you know that's actually another. I don't understand how Colin fell in love with Penelope, and that's nothing against Penelope like as a person, or I don't think
they just never
beautiful.
said it.
Nicola is very beautiful, but I just personally don't understand how Colin all of a sudden it finally drops for him like in this season. I just don't get it. Like there was not enough explanation, and it's like that one scene where he where she was like eating like was she eating like a donut or something or like some powder puff type of thing, and she was like licking her fingers or whatever, and he was like literally in heat. I'm just like,
but that's not cute, bro.
I'm just like, what are you doing?
Like, out of nowhere. Before you were saying, oh, I wouldn't dream to date Penelope.
Yeah, you remember that?
Now,
and it wasn't even that long ago. Like, if we're talking Bridgerton timeline, it was like a week after they started liking her. Literally, it was like a week after he came back from his travels. That's when he started to fall in love with this girl.
But then again, obviously, like all the other girls in Bridgerton, she does deserve that solid story. Like even Francesca's, that even though that was a slow burn, I felt it. I liked it. I liked that time. She deserved that, even though I didn't like her and what she's done. But it got to the point I don't even care because I'm just. But I better bring back whoever made Anthony, bro. And the Duke. Nah, the Duke.
This girl.
Oh, this is another part. It's not really related to season 3, but I mean season 3 did give Lady Danbury like some of her storyline a bit of spotlight. But I'm sorry, Shonda, I am not getting off of your neck and the other directors, whoever producers. I'm not getting off you man's neck for giving the black woman the most horrible story ever. Because I'm so sorry. How was she in this forced marriage? Basically, she was forced to marry this geriatric this uncle, like or some gruncle, in fact, gruncle, not uncle, gruncle. And then this man was basically forcing her to cheat him like every day. And then this man died while in doing intercourse with her. Like he basically died on top of her. Like what the hell? And it's like, bro, then now her love story is flipping another gruncle. Like
what?
the white does she violently Like what? Bro, like seriously. And then it's like even now, season 3, you man can give Violet a new love interest, but none for Lady
Nah,
Danbury.
that ain't down.
Like
Bro.
it did eat. I like them
Bro, you
together.
better get your orders.
Can we also talk about the Sierra
Leone.
Leone mention, please? I screamed when I saw that. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
from
that's
Sierra
Sierra
Leone.
Leone.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
tough.
do that because Sierra Leone.
But I'm still so mad. I'm so sorry. Lady Danbury deserves so much better than the
She's
part
that
that she's
woman,
been
bro.
dealt. Is so sad.
Even Cressida. Why is Cressida basically the new Lady Danbury?
Yeah, literally. And I hate the fact that, you know, every single girl who's like a spinster or can't find a man or whatever, doesn't plan to get married, they're always like, oh yeah, I can just be like Lady Danbury. Why do you guys assume that she has like no struggle at all?
Yeah, no.
Like that she doesn't sometimes feel, you know.
That scene of her like breaking down to her brother when she was explaining
Yeah,
why
it's like
it made me so
it's
sad.
actually
I
sad.
was
This
like,
woman wanted a happy life and she didn't get that until very old. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just sad.
I'm
It's
not
like,
gonna say what I'm gonna say because you're just gonna shift.
like
it.
one of the
Go
few
on.
black women in the story. That's what
so
you gave
sad.
them.
I was gonna say. No, it's
Oh
true,
yeah.
though.
Also, another thing to address. I feel like a lot. Like I actually saw this on Reddit as well. They posted in like the Bridgerton subreddit, but someone like basically made a tweet on Twitter, basically saying, "Oh, if you don't like Colin, then you're not used to like a fat girl being a love interest or a fat phobic or whatever."
That's
And
not.
personally, no, because most people that I've seen who said they don't like Colin, they actually have valid reasons that I can hear out. So it's just like adding on to that personally. I don't even think not liking Colin is fat phobic. Do you know what's fat phobic? Giving the plus size girl the storyline where she was basically pining for a man that didn't want her for years, until then he finally decides, oh okay, now I want you, and she's just immediately running there. Like personally, I just feel like it sets out the wrong message. Like I know the writers are trying to follow the storyline of the book or whatever, or you know, it's a friends to lovers, but personally to me it just doesn't look great for like someone who already is deemed undesirable, not only just in modern society but in the ton as well. And then it's like you give them the storyline of, oh, nobody wants me, but this one guy that I want him to want me so badly. Like I just feel like you could have given her such a better storyline than that. Like really and truly, you didn't need to give her this you know, desperate for love type of storyline. It really could have just been like a really nice love story. And the fact that that she's plus size and she's an outcast isn't the crutch of it. Like I get it because they're trying to speak to an experience that a lot of people have that's like very real, but it's like at the same time it would be nice to just get something that was nice, beautiful love story, whatever. Like I just really hate that because it's like already people don't like Penelope, and then it's just like on top of this you give her this trash storyline. It's just like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel fair. It kind of feels like a setup.
No, because adding on to what Racheal said, I feel like at least the writing for the first part was rushed because the engagement irritated me, because how you telling me he basically did so many other people things to that girl in a carriage just for him to jump out of the carriage, turn around, are you coming with me? Do you want to be engaged or not? Then walk in, go to your whole family, say we're engaged. We even tell any of your family members you have interest in this girl. That's one. Two, Anthony's reaction was so valid for their engagement because
he was hella confused.
Yeah, he came back like, what do
confused
you
as well.
mean?
Like
what? How have you engaged her without even properly like getting to know her? Because let's be real, yeah, you're friends from what we've seen, but you haven't even gotten to know her properly. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it was just so stupid in my opinion, because now when you find out that she's dating Whistledown and your reason for not marrying her was because you're a man of your word,
Here we are together.
it was so dumb.
The fact that her kid is the same age as the rest of her sisters, if you count it back, there's some lines of illegitimate.
Oh, there must be.
Because that means, because obviously now people know that you basically did it before you got married.
Oh yeah,
Well,
of course,
yeah.
We all saw
We saw the scene.
No, but the first time nothing really happened. I mean,
No,
we
the
did see
second time.
The second time they did.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. That scene could have been. They could have given us.
No, do you know what I thought about?
Felt a bit blind.
I thought about Malachi and Anne-Marie. Because that's the type of thing we're trying to do.
Yeah, trying to be like the first time, talk her through it.
Talk her through it.
Yeah.
But that just looked like, I don't know.
I was watching God What's with my sister, and like the people were reacting to it on the show, and my sister she was just like cringe, like so cringe.
Like I get it, but it wasn't.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I get it was her first time, but it's just like.
And she was like, what happens next? That can't be your. Shut up. What is... Okay, to be...
Hey, this girl's so bad.
No. Let's think of it logically. For the amount of books this girl reads, she's basically the dictionary of
Come
the
on,
town.
they wouldn't have written smart back then though.
That's also another thing.
No, but she would have known.
That's also another
be
thing
fair.
that jars me about this show. You man are ready to marry off your children as soon as they hit 18. Don't even wait a day. But like, you don't even tell them how sex works. All your sons, respectfully Violet, I love you, but all your sons are whores.
Yeah, every
They were
single one of them.
whores.
Every single one of them.
Bro, they were
Anthony,
fornicating before they were even conscious.
You see
please.
Anthony?
And then it's like, Daphne, she's just got married. This girl don't even know how to make an heir. You're talking about, where are you pregnant yet? How will she be pregnant if she don't know how to do it?
But Anthony,
Like, bro.
Anthony can do whatever he wants.
This girl.
She's so biased. I'm telling you right now. She is so anti-Pauline. Like every single
I'm not
time.
I'm just anti situation.
No, Pauline community. It's not us. It's actually this girl. It's not us. It's not
I'm
us.
not anti. I'm just saying when it comes to like the Bridgerton couples that have been, they are the last.
No, to be fair, they're not near to Cantony. Cantony's
number one.
Yeah. Like everything
Number one for me.
was just
number one. Like she's not even better than Francesca and flipping my man.
That's also another thing that annoyed me as well. We already didn't see Cantony's actual real wedding. Then on top of that, we didn't see the moment that they announced to the family that Kate was pregnant. Also, on top of that, are we ever gonna see? I mean, probably in the next season we'll see their kid, but it's just like
we are robbed.
This be a spin-off.
I want to see them in India.
That's what we're saying. Like we want to see a season of them in India. Shonda Rhimes, listen carefully.
Please, I'm a part of the family.
I need them. I need to see everything.
But the problem is the show is called Bridgerton.
I don't care. I need to see them.
She's Bridgerton. Already went through that Bridgerton.
Oh. Okay, and also, last thing that I want to talk about, I really hate how the Bridgerton fandom has and continues to treat Marina. Because I'm so sorry, I hate the fact that because now it's season 3 and we're all supposed to be rooting for Penelope, now all of a sudden, Marina was so annoying, Marina deserved it.
No.
What Penelope did to her was messed up. And do you know the reason why it's messed up? Because no one's saying that you shouldn't have a problem with the fact that Marina is lying to Colin, because that's wrong. I will agree with that. But the fact that you went to Lady Whistledown, you're saying, oh, it's my duty as his friend to be honest. No. So why don't you go and tell him personally instead of telling the entire ton and therefore ruining her reputation?
What she did was bad,
and outcasting her from society, so that she literally has to go be taken to the countryside. Like, that was messed up. I'm so sorry.
About that, bro.
Like, you need to send a written apology and a letter or something to her, like seriously, because that was actually messed up. And it's like, on top of that, she was pregnant. No one wanted to marry her at this point. You know the ramifications of that, especially you, Penelope, since you claim that you're such a feminist lover. You know the ramifications of that. You're basically leaving her for dead. And it's like, you didn't even care because, the man who I want is involved in the situation, so I'll do anything by any means. Like, that was...
But either way, when he found out, he was fine with it. He was fine with it. It's just...
He said he would have admired her if she was honest.
It was
like, you were messed up for that. So sorry.
Absolute nonsense.
And then she thinks that... And it's the fact that people in this in the Bridgerton community, think that we should actually still have sympathy for Penelope when she's going through the same thing Marina did. No, the flip I don't. No, because when Marina was going through that, you had a bit of sympathy until it came to your man.
No, because can I say something that's probably going to get me a little hit, but I don't care. Like, the whole Bridgerton community is giving Swifties. I don't care.
I agree.
Because
I agree. No, let's bring it up. Let's wake it up. Because I'm so sorry, this fandom, or at least on Instagram, this fandom is ran by book talk millennial women. I'm so sorry, book talk millennial women, and then insecure internalized misogyny teenage girls. I'm so sorry, because the way some of you man be acting is weird. I don't think I don't clock as well. The way you man are constantly hating on POC characters and POC actors in this show.
Sorry.
Why do you hate the Mondrits so much? Why do you hate them
that's
so
another
much?
thing. Yeah, why were the Mondrits getting so much hate for being
and
successful?
Also, you, And I'm talking specifically to the entitled white women that I keep seeing on my TikTok For You page and on Instagram Reels talking about, oh, why did Reggae John Page leave? He left because he got treated shit by you, man. Not because he thinks he's better. He got treated trash by you guys. And yet, even after that, you still continue to prove him right. And then now, even how you man are treating Masali because of the fact that they did the gender change, now you're gonna hate on the actress too. You guys just prove the point every time. Like, at this point, bro, someone can say that the whole Bridgerton fandom is racist. I will clap and agree with you.
No, I agree.
Because I'm so sorry, you guys are tapped. Can you imagine? We're all here to just watch a TV show and it's turned into this.
It's for
Well, they're
real
meant to
just
be black.
giving.
In the book, were they black?
I don't know, to be
I don't think
honest.
so.
But
Even Queen Charlotte, in reality, she was like Hamilton. She was like a quarter black.
yeah, but even it's just
Either way, still let them.
the whole fandom in its whole. I feel like it should be exiled. I can't do it. Because you lot are giving Swiftie energy to the max.
Literally.
I've never seen anything like it. Like, I was just scrolling through Twitter looking for like everyone's opinions on Bridgerton. Why am I seeing you lot hate on the Mondrets for being so successful?
That was your problem.
Literally.
Why?
That was
Why?
so
That was your
it's so
problem.
No, even on TikTok, like everyone was like, I don't care about the Mondrets.
Yeah, literally.
Why are the only people you don't care about?
Remove it from your For You page.
What, huh?
Remove it from your For You page.
Why?
Yeah, literally, because I'm sorry, you would rather watch Benedict being a hoe than the Mondrets.
I don't care about Benedict's holy life. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Benedict was being a jazzy. Let's
Of
keep
course
it
he was.
so.
Even going back to what's it called, the Mondrich. Even going to that's only like 8.
Literally,
In the first half of the season, it was a bit dry. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
but
But
the
the whole
second half,
idea
yeah.
of him like not wanting to give up what he's worked for.
Yeah.
That's I like that
I like
storyline.
that storyline, yeah.
And
So
so
that season,
even the kids playing with the Bridgerton, go and get your coins.
I was just like, why do you like hate it so much? Like, it's actually just it's giving the
I
show
like
more
it.
airtime. If you're being honest, because
Yeah.
if it wasn't for the Mondricks, who's gonna fill up that empty slot? Your favorite couple, Polly.
Every second she was having palpitations
It's
about not
okay.
saying she was Lily. What's with her, bro? Every second.
The only tea that she had was her being lazy. What's down? Let's keep it so real.
Like, I'm
No.
so sorry. I'm getting so sick of the fact that the Bridgerton fandom, you guys cannot just enjoy something. You don't know how to do that. You're so miserable that you have to complain every single season. Bro, in fact, you know, one thing as well, I watched, when I watched season 1 and I saw the scene with Daphne and Simon and Daphne basically essayed him, I didn't like that, but I'm not going on, every single forum or flipping social media app and talking
When
about,
she stayed on top,
bump
bro.
this show, we need to get rid of Shonda Rhimes or whoever, That is what you man be on. Like, literally, why do we need to boycott making petitions as well to change the character back as if anyone cares? Let them do what they want. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's just that simple. It's like you man are acting like you're forced to watch this. You really aren't. Like, you really aren't. And it's like, it's so annoying that a show that's just simply it's just a romance show set in like Regency times. You man have made it such like this ugly thing. Like, why?
Did you not see on TikTok? Everyone was bashing the producers because they gave Francesca eyelashes. They were like, oh, it's not something that was in the Regency era. Make it timeline correct.
Complaining about that.
Shut up.
I agree. Yeah, I don't love the makeup this season, but it's like, why are you man literally coming for the producer's neck?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually rude.
That's the thing.
And it's not
All
even
these
really
dresses they
valid
have
things
shouldn't be
either.
there.
It's like, okay, so you're under the producer's comments harassing them now. What do you want them to do?
I'm divorcing you.
Colin doesn't stand on business either. There's
He's not
no
standing on-
way.
He never does. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of. He's the type. What do you call it? He's a lover. You see how he was so quick to marry Marina, and now he's so quick to marry.
He falls quick.
He fall way too quickly, and this is what Penelope gets. Fairlies.
And I just can't believe it. Like, the way Colin and Penelope's story was just out was so bad.
I would have been so
bad.
happy if she actually stayed by herself.
No, I wouldn't have even
loved
minded
it.
because Tiana was telling me, like, in the books, apparently, like, she was like, she didn't care if she was by herself. Like, she came to the conclusion that she just wanted to be by herself.
Oh.
Like, Penelope, like, she didn't need a man because she had.
I like that because she was and I feel like the whole tussle between her wanting what she wants and also her wanting to have love should have been dragged out longer. because it was literally one episode where she was arguing with flipping Colin saying, "But I am Lady Whistledown." But then you were saying, "But I do love you." Like I don't get it. Like that should have been like the whole first season, the first part of the season.
Also, can I just say, okay, this is actually something that's a positive. I absolutely loved Cressida's storyline this season.
Yeah,
I loved Cressida's character this season. Like, I'm so sorry.
Cressida was a fool.
Her pretending to be Lady Whistledown. I'm sorry, that was
Lady Whistledown.
Because it is me. I am Lady Whistledown.
Like
the way she was plotting through her mind.
And then you can see she was thinking about
and
it.
then when she came to Penelope's yard in the morning, I was like, "You're gonna pay me, or else I'm gonna tell your business."
She ain't that. She ain't that.
Did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle.
Because that was her escape. She actually was really smart for that. It was calculated.
But even at the same time, okay, tell me if you agree or not. I agree with Eloise. She should have just taken that deal.
Yeah.
She should have taken
Cressida.
or just let Cressida be Lady Whistledown.
Yeah,
because you would have gone away.
Because why are you fighting for it? You could it's because you're deep in. The Queen wanted your neck. Like she actually wanted to kill you.
Even next season she could be dead, then we won't know.
Literally,
because the Queen could have changed her mind.
That's another thing. Why doesn't Penelope is acting like she can't just write something else? You don't have to write Lady Whistledown.
Yeah, that's who she is, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can write anything.
Yeah, but
are you not a writer?
But it was that moment. That's why Eloise was upset because Eloise.
This is my point. Are you a writer or are you a gossip? Are you a gossip column?
The gossip column. That's what Eloise was upset about as well because it's like she thought I don't even know you because she always spoke so bad about people who gossip like Cressida. Yeah. But you were exactly like them. Yeah. Just do it behind the flipping pen and paper. Yeah. Just Twitter fingers, bro.
To be fair, if Penelope was in this era, she'd actually be a Twitter
warrior.
Yeah,
she would love Twitter.
She would be one of you pollen crazed, obsessed Swiftie fans. She would be a
Swiftie. She really would.
She would actually be one of you.
She would have loved it. So that's why I have no remorse because you're basically a Cressida, but Eloise shows you more attention.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Clock it. That's literally what it is.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Anyways, this season, just, like, it was okay.
Yeah.
Like, season 2, like, the part 2 was better than part 1.
Yeah.
But just...
like, season 2 was the peak of Bridgerton, I fear.
Season 2?
Is the peak.
Not in its peak, in that I fear nothing will beat that. Because Cantony, you're not touching them. There's no way.
And I was anti-Bridgerton. That caught me, bro.
No, because what happened to the sideburns in season 1? The sideburn hoey guy that used to sleep with a prostitute every night. What happened to him?
Bro, we already know what scene.
The transformation.
He is whipped for his life now. Like, what do you mean?
It was just that. It was just the way he would stare at her. Hey, I'm sorry. Even when he would be in the room with his family and be like, you literally eat her, eat her,
he wants to swallow her whole.
And even so, what made it even better was the fact it had. That's the one season of Bridgerton where it wasn't sex focused.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they only had sex twice.
Yeah, only twice. Like 3 times.
For her.
Even so, he barely touched her, bro.
Yeah, that
and
is
suddenly,
Anthony.
It's like now even in season 3, this man can be nowhere without her.
Yeah, literally.
Every time she leaves the room, it's time for me to leave.
Yeah.
He is leaving.
He is
obsessed. Now, literally, remember how they went to go talk to Colin?
And he went straight after. He said, "Yeah, have your
drink by yourself.
Drink your eggs. I'm going to find my wife."
Yeah, he is in love. He dropped his life at home just to go to India with her because she missed it.
Literally.
It was even like she didn't even have to say anything. It's like, nah, it's cool. I've already done it, bro.
Men learn from Anthony Bridgerton. I don't think you understand.
Like the standards.
that guy can say jump. I'm
jumping
high.
How flipping high.
Like I'll enter the exosphere if you want me to. Like
facts. And then King George can see me flying through his telescope.
Okay guys, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys thought of Bridgerton season 3, whether you agreed with some of the stuff he said, if you disagreed, just let us know.
Sorry guys. Listen, no hate to you lot. You guys are just very passionate. about what you do on Twitter. And if you want to pursue that as a job, that's fine. But just
As a job?
As a job.
they act like it's their job. I can't even lie. On Twitter, they act like it's their job.
That's so tough.
Yeah.
I'm not anti, but it's better, bro. I'm not anti, but it's better.
Make sure notification bell is on us. You're never gonna know when I upload. Okay? Make sure you've liked the video. Do all of that good stuff. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.